So the way Zynga is helping advertisers tap into the dual screen dynamic between CTV and mobile gaming is mostly taking it from a complementary standpoint. Like, I think you have to think about the attention and the context that each medium can bring. And they're actually very complementary. Like, you know that the CTV is most likely for prime time, it's a lean back experience, while gaming is on the go attention across the whole day and a lean in experience. And actually, a recent Samba TV study we ran showed that when you put Zynga on top of streaming TV campaign, we drove an incremental 25% tune-in lift. So you really see that incrementality. It's not only in reach, but it's in performance. And yeah, I think the best way to use that complementarity is really to tap into the strength of each medium. So CTV is going to be amazing to drive awareness across the board, but then if you complement that with mobile gaming and ideally like an interactive ad that is story-driven, then you're really like taking your audience down the funnel and you start to connect emotionally and really build more consideration.
So programmatic and premium are sometimes thought of as contradictions in terms, but gaming is increasingly seen as creating a bridge between programmatic and premium. And I want to get your sense of how do you see Zynga helping create that bridge and helping drive that bridge?
Yeah, so I think what we've seen in gaming over the last few years is really amazing. I've been in gaming for 10 years and I've seen how things have evolved. And I think what's changed the most is actually the perception. And now if you look at like the whole gaming ecosystem, you can reach any audience. Like while for a long time it was just Gen Z, now you also have those Gen X, there's millennials. You can literally reach anyone, but it depends which platform you're using. And this is where mobile gaming really moved the needle, because when you look at the audience at Zynga, it really ranged from like those Gen Z, but you also have a lot of millennials, a lot of Gen X, all these audiences that are very influential. And actually, if you think about like just Gen X, like this is such an important audience and that is sometimes overlooked. While they only represent 90% of the general population, they drive 31% of the retail purchases. And when you look at Zynga specifically, we see that like 92% of our audience is the primary household shopper. So it's a really critical audience. And mobile gaming in particular brought really scale and accessibility when it comes to programmatic. You can reach those audiences at scale and also measure and track the outcomes, because programmatic, this is the beauty of programmatic, right? And yeah, what we've been focusing on this year is kind of like going even more deep into like the customization, the gamification. Like for a long time, you could run your video and your display programmatically, but now we go one step further and we offer like custom gamified ads that are going to run programmatically. So you really combine like the benefits of gamification for strong, unique engagement with the efficiencies and the control of programmatic. And I think that's really what's been extremely appealing for advertisers.
Those engagement and completion rates really speak to the value of gaming environments as immersive environments. And so, Corentin, with that in mind, I wanted to get a sense of how you see these immersive interactive formats as the next big opportunity for brand storytelling as well as community connection.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. And the way I see it, if I'm really like honest, is like audience or people don't want to just see your story. Like every brand is working on a story and it's great, you need to have that. But I think we're so bombarded by ad messages, by stuff that if you just receive it, okay, you see it, maybe it's great, but you want to be part of it. You want to play with it. I think you're going to have a much greater like consideration, affinity, if you engage with your audience, if you create advertisement that is fun. Like I think the most successful ad we've seen over the years are ads campaigns that are fun, that are like either ironic or bring a sense of play. That's when advertisement really works. And that's what we really want to double down, and what we want to tell our partner and our advertiser is like, just play with the audience. You will see the results are going to be amazing. And you can just think about the fact that a playable ad, which is like a gamified ad, is going to have an active play of 30 seconds. For 30 seconds, the audience is going to play with your brand, like tap into it. This is quite amazing. I mean, what is the attention level of an ad on digital? I mean, maybe 5 seconds maximum. Here you have 30 seconds of active engagement attention. So I think that's truly the way you have to build storytelling with the audience now. And the way we go about it, if I go one step lower, is that we really know what kind of games speak to which audience, which community. So if you want to reach a shopper mom, we are going to build like a match 3 game that is a puzzle game. If you want to reach an influential Gen X that is into finance, we're going to create like a word game, like the Word with Friends games that we have. If you want to reach a Gen Z, we're going to do something that is a little bit more competitive. And this is the way you have to engage with this audience. It's like you speak their language. You create a story, you create interaction on their own term, and they're going to happily engage with your ad if you do this.